earlier about 53 points that needed to be addressed that the auditors requested. You were each handed a packet from Bev, and these 53 points, you know, well, it says 56 recommendations, 51 have already been completed by the present treasurer staff, so I don't know who made this original plea that these 53 points are supposed to need to be completed. We need to have auditor or a treasurer seated, but clearly 51 have already been completed, so 91% completed already.
Jeff, I think we're referring to the forensic audit back in phase 1, February 2013. There were a number of recommendations in a number of areas, and I think that Bev has outlined those areas: nursing home E911, cash disbursements, property taxes, cash and investment, journal entries, cash receipts, sheriff's sales. I appreciate the fact that Bev has put this report together. Is this your report, Bev, that you put together?
Yes.
Bev, I'm just curious, when was the first time you saw this forensic audit?
I seen it at 8:45 this morning.
Okay. So that's the first time you actually physically saw this document?
Correct.
And within your statements here, and again, I think you've done a good job here outlining, do you have actual dates when a lot of these things were done? Because as Finance Committee Chairman, I really was under the impression that most of these recommendations, the last time at least it came up a while back, I had asked the board if we had made a movement on these recommendations, and the appearance was that we had not. What are the dates? When were a lot of these recommendations?
I don't know, when did you?
I don't know, Jeff, it was a while back.
Yeah.
It was a while
Maybe
back.
that's completed since that time.
But
Some of your answers, Ted, are in the single audit that you have in front of you. Those auditors noted a lot of the time frames.
When they were implemented.
my biggest concern really is the fact of duties. You know, in the forensic audit, it was clear, and this is really where I was coming from this whole point. In the forensic audit, it was pretty clear that there needed to be separation of duties. And it was separated by the treasurer, the deputy treasurer, the county clerk. Some of the recommendations included the board. Some included other accounting staff or people in the treasurer's office. You know, I'm just saying that with the fact that these recommendations were made in February, we're now getting this today. Bev saw this for the first time this morning. Ken has looked at our audits a number of times and seen things gone undone as a former auditor. My question is there enough hands on deck? You know, or have all these?
My answer to that one is, the treasurer who handed us the resignation walked out of the office in August of last year. The office has functioned far above what it was the past 20 years since then. I mean, they've done tremendous work down that office with short staff. And in addition to completing all these 51 requests from the audit, so.
Well, again, I just find the timing of this interesting, since it was brought up just last week that some of these deficiencies still may exist.
It was brought to our attention that somebody made the allegation that there's 53 things that need to be completed, and then maybe they should have looked and seen how many were actually completed before they made these statements.
Well, I'll take full blame for making these assertions, but I'll tell you what, I find it interesting. Bev sees us for the first time today, and now we have a report tonight that says we're in compliance. I'm not saying we're not.